I gotta show y'all something before we get started today. Look at that, y'all. Got the fresh boiled crabs and the crawfish with all the fixings to go with it. Hey, the crawfish man right there, Drew. Got the shrimp, the asparagus, and the green beans, fresh green beans straight out the garden. Show y'all the green beans. Green beans over there. There's your gardener right there. Y'all gonna get to know him a little bit more later. Yeah, y'all, so we're over here at my mom's house, a little Mother's Day celebration, celebrating the women in our lives. Shout out to any mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to y'all. We're about to try to go catch some catfish. You know, on Fallen Tide, we like to catch catfish this time of year. Something that we do is in my heritage, something that's pretty close to me. So today we're gonna be learning a new way to catch catfish, a way that I've never done it on the channel before, and I've actually never done this at all in real life. This is my stepdad Garrett here. I'm gonna let him explain a little bit about what we're doing here and what he's doing right here. It's called cans. We're catching catfish in cans. So I'm gonna let him explain this to y'all.
When I was growing up, we had we'd take metal cans, paint cans, and my dad and them would bend the cans, and then we put the cans out, and it acts like a stump. The fish go in the stump, and they lay the eggs. Well, over the years, plastic don't rot like cans. Cans rot away. This plastic lasts forever and ever. So what we do is we take it like this, and we put it together, and we make it to where the fish will swim in here. We take it and we drill a hole in the middle of it, and we take a rope, approximately 6 foot. I'm 5 foot tall, so an extra little foot right here. We cut it, and we tie the rope to it. We do a quick slip knot, which the more you pull, the tighter it gets. We tie it up. We take the bottom, we look for the hole, we drill a hole, and we put a weight on it. The weight pulls it to the bottom and lets it sit up like this in the water. Fish swims in it, the female goes in there, she does whatever she gotta do and lays her eggs, where the male comes in there with her. Well, if you catch them like 2 days after they've been in it, they both still in here, you catch 2 fish. If the female lays her egg, she leaves and then the male's left, so you catch 1 fish, you catch just the male. And then the eggs stay in there and they live in. And in 3 or 4 days, possibly 7, don't quote me on that, the little babies just swim away, and there's millions of little catfish going. So we don't hurt the catfish, but we do catch the catfish. We're gonna do these right here, get all these done. We're gonna load them in a boat, and we're gonna go out there to the lake. We're gonna put them out. I already have 600 out, so we're gonna go and run some. When this started, I have no idea.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's the funnest way to catch fish, I find, anyway. Rod and reels are fun. But to have that fish in there, and this little bitty can, 2 fish this big, shaking like that, it's amazing. Bro.
So it's similar to like noodling, I guess you'd say, right?
Right, yeah. It's
but
like going down and tucking into the stumps, and then but you're doing it with your bare hands.
You're also not killing a big fish.
Right, you don't have to touch the fish.
And you also don't have to kill a big fish, because the big fish are your fish you want to keep alive, because they spawn the most
most eggs, yeah.
So you're taking small fish out of the the equation.
About 1.5 to 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's got to be 11 inches, or you got to throw it back. It's just
because it's commercial fishing.
Right, it's commercial fishing. I have a commercial license, and I do this in my spare time. But my uncle does this for a living. That's what he does. And there's a bunch of other people I know that's out there. That's all they do. Is they fish either lines, or they fish this, or boxes, or hoop nets, and you know, I grew up here, I was born here, and it's in my blood.
Yeah, this is in your blood, yeah.
And I'd rather just do this, nothing else, bro. This is me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retire in 5 years. When I do, that's all I'm doing. That and hunting.
Y'all are in for a treat.
What I do, Nate, is I take them and tie them all together. That way, if you got one, sometimes they fly out. They got weights on the bottom.
Yeah.
But the wind still will pull them out the boat. If I tie them all together, they don't go out the boat. They'll stay right on the boat. And like this one here, for sure, feel out of light. Or light.
Oh yeah. Look at that. You put 2 jugs together?
2 milk jugs.
And you cut a hole in the bottom?
I got 250 out like that.
Wow.
I put the little hole so it'll sink. And then the fish, it sits like that in the water on the bottom. And that fish goes in there. Then the other one goes in there, they mate. She lays her egg, she leaves, he stays until they hatch. Unless I come by.
Yeah.
And I'll take him. Thank you very much. Got our poles, got our net.
What's the poles for?
The poles, you gotta put a pole on each side of your line. In that bucket over there, there's a line that stretches out. And when we're out there, you'll see the way we do the whole thing. And you tie it on one side, you stretch it all the way out, tie it tight, put it down, and then you go back and you tie weights like this.
Oh, like everything and anything type weights.
Yeah, anything. Take a weight.
Go, show me one of them big old nuts you got now.
And you put it on a line. Yeah, take a big old nut like that, put it on there, and it holds the line to the bottom. And then the can's just sitting and floating about. These are 6 foot long.
Oh, yeah.
So it just sits over here.
Yeah.
And when you pick the line up, you go on along, do-doop, 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 and you grab the can. And on that side of the boat, over here,
Go look at this setup here.
I put a wedge.
What's that?
See how my line runs through here? See that groove?
Yeah.
My line runs down here and it runs all the way up here. And it stays on here. That way, when I'm going down the line, it keeps the boat straight.
Oh.
And then I pick the can up, the net's right here, I dump the fish in it, then I throw the can and the can goes over the little hump. Keeps my boat straight.
I like
Otherwise,
that.
the wind would push your boat sideways and the line would be underneath the boat. And you'll see how it's crazy the way things work.
So
I'm
you
telling
doing this for your enjoyment more
Mostly,
than you are
mostly.
to make money.
Right.
So this is your retirement.
The money is
You're getting ready for your retirement.
right. When I retire, I'm gonna make money.
Yeah.
And in the summer, you can make about $1,000 a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you
Bring
make
in that
about $1,000 a week. Because it's no expense except for the buckets. And I got plenty of volunteers giving me buckets. So
Right.
I get them anywhere. If I see them on the side of the road, I stop, pick them up. I'm a bucket master. I love, people think I'm crazy.
Picking
Bucket,
up
a bucket. I just pull on the side of the road and pick up the bucket. And they're like, what are you doing? Oh, you just don't understand. That's 2 fish.
Make that money.
That's 2 fish every time I go. And you can make them out of anything, you see? Crisco,
This man
folders,
got the Folgers.
anything.
Folgers
You can
and
make 'em
Crisco together.
Out of anything that goes together and it'll sink to the bottom. The fish will swim in the top.
So let me show the people at home here. He cut a hole in the bottom of the Crisco and he zip tied it to the Folgers can so the fish can go in there.
And I made a catfish hotel. That's what that is. And it's, well, I don't want to say what it is.
It's a love shack.
Yeah, it's a love shack. They go in there.
Well, let's get out there.
And then they become a sandwich. So,
Well, let's get out there and see how
let's
this
get out
works.
there. So let's start out there and come straight in.
What you doing right now?
I'm tying a knot. And what I do is I thread my rope through the rope so it don't come undone. Because that could be a problem. Now I'm stopping the pool.
So that's where you start your line, right?
Yep. And I let the rope out till I get to the first hoop. First hoop is made for this rope. Take the rope, come in, do my knot. This knot, no matter how tight you go, it won't undo. I put a little double notch. Throw the jug out.
And that's your marker, right?
Yeah.
That's so that you know where your line is.
That's right. I come grab that. You'll see on the next line.
So you got a jug and a pole to mark where your line is.
Jug and a pole, and then on the other side, there's gonna be a jug and a pole, and I'm gonna come back and tie weights on it after. A lot of times I do it, if they got a lot of boat traffic, I'll do the weights as I go. You just gotta be careful. If it gets too fast, like tangled or whatever, which it normally don't tangle, I'll take it out of gear and just let it coast.
And all those loops you got on there, that's where
Where the cans go.
that's where your cans
Yep.
tie on to. Okay.
Each loop's a can. They're approximately 7 to 8 foot apart. That's why you put your rope on your can 6 foot, so it don't tangle up in the next one.
Okay. And you said whenever we pulled up here that this is about 4 foot right here.
About 4 foot.
So them cans is on the bottom.
They're gonna be on the bottom. And you put the weight so nobody, see how that line floats?
Yeah.
The weight to pull the line to the bottom.
Because obviously you don't want no boats running over it.
Right.
So you pull it tight whenever you...
As tight as I can. It loosens up over the days, but... And snap the pole. I take and I hook this right there. All right. See what that does?
Yeah. Oh, the
Now,
little wedge back there.
take this right there. Grab a weight. The weight there. Tie wrap it. Tie wrap it. And then move on. I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone today, since there ain't much boat traffic. Take a can, put a can overboard. And this is how you put out the line. By next week, they'll have fish in here. Takes about a week for them to start going in. That's it.
That's it, it's just gonna sink?
Yep. It's gonna go bye-bye. About every 8, 9 can, you put another weight.
All right.
Put them in here, you're doing that same quick knot. It's a never undo knot.
I never undo that.
Lasts forever.
So no bait needed.
No bait needed.
So after we finish setting this whole line right here, we're actually gonna go out in the lake and check something that he's already had set for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, y'all are in for a treat. If y'all are liking this video so far, please leave it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that.
And the good thing about running cans is you don't kill no fish. Say you don't want to come for, or you got something important that's going on. You can't make it out here for 2 weeks. They'll go in the can, lay their eggs, the babies get out in a week. The next pair of fish come in and they get in the can. So it's like really good for the environment because you're actually helping the fishery by letting them lay in your cans.
So like most ways to catch catfish is just like a meat haul, and in this case, you're actually providing them habitat, nesting habitat, right?
Right. You suit up. Oh.
Time to go get messy.
Yep. Time to go sling some mud.
Let's go catch some catfish.
Yep. Go and get them. I see it's under the water, so I can roll over it. And what I do is when I catch it, it pulls the boat around. What I do is I usually take the first can, pick it up. And it's empty. Nothing in it.
Just mud.
Sometimes. We're gonna do this just in case. Cause like I said, I ran this one yesterday, so it might not be that put this on here, cause once the fish get in there, that holds it from falling. What I do is I put my leg in here, put this one overboard. And then I go from can to can. See the way it rides on the boat?
Yeah.
And that holds it from falling overboard.
And you just ran this line yesterday.
Yesterday. So
it may not have a whole lot.
It may take 3 or 4 days before they get in. But I just want to see how fast they're going in. See the eggs in there?
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Hold on. So that's the catfish's eggs.
Yes.
And that's gonna hatch.
That's gonna hatch. They're moving in there. And then they're gonna swim off.
So not only are you making a living, but it's a sustainable living.
Right.
Lost them. Oh, you got one.
Fish in the bucket. Look at that little bitty garbage can. They had 2 fish in there.
I saw that. One of them jumped out.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. That's why you put your hand over the lid. You dump them in there and then you throw the bucket and you go to the next one. Little bitty old garbage can. It don't matter what you put out here. If they're gonna go in it, they're going in it and lay.
That's awesome.
Fish.
Fish in the bucket.
1 gallon jug. 2 fish.
Awesome.
2 fish in this can. And they ain't that little.
And they ain't that little. Yeah, look at that. That's a good sized fish. Yo.
That's a 2-pound fish.
That's crazy.
A big male and a female. They go in pairs.
Like you said, they going in pairs because they going in there to lay.
Yeah. Because of yesterday, it ain't every bucket, but we're gonna catch a few fish here. Yep. 2 fish.
That net's filling up fast, y'all.
Fish, fish, fish.
Fish in almost every bucket.
Lots of fillets. One of them got away. They jump at you, boy. You gotta have your hand on that bucket. Two. See that one right there?
Yeah.
You'd have to measure him. I wouldn't say he's 11, so we throw him back.
If it's even close, you just throw it back.
Throw it back. Don't even keep it. It ain't worth it. They illegal.
It ain't worth it, and it's best to put something back anyway, you know?
You can have 10% in your boat, but we catch so many, why? You know, what's the purpose?
Right.
See, that's a big female. She's fat, she's pregnant. And you got this one, that's a big male. He ain't got nothing in him. And they always go in pairs. See the eggs, see the fish? That's a male in there guarding them eggs. Female done laid and left. Boom.
Look at all that come out of that first line. First run.
And I ran that yesterday.
Yeah, that was only there overnight.
Yeah, but you just pretty damn heavy. That's about 25 pounds, maybe 30. That's catfishing with no bait, the easy style.
With nothing but buckets.
Little work, it's a little work, but it's fun work. This is the kind of work I don't mind going to do. You go to work and you work a job, you're working a job. This here, you're working and enjoying yourself. I can do it every day. It's fun. It's fun. Let's go catch some more.
Now look at it. Look at the size of that catfish that come out them little bitty cans. I mean, look, it's not a giant catfish, but that's a big catfish for that little bitty old can.
That's right.
I mean,
that's what amazed me.
Yeah. This big mama right here. I mean, that's a good sized catfish. About to run the second line here.
Got 2 fish.
Second run producing a little bit.
This one got some too.
So the closer you get into the bank, the more fish you catching. Because we started off slow, it was all just full of mud, and now all of a sudden every bucket's having catfish in it.
Yep, told you that's how it is.
Yeah. Good sized catfish too.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Big daddy, yo.
That was a bigger bucket.
Yeah,
The bigger your bucket, the bigger fish you can catch.
Exactly. The bigger that hole,
Yeah.
the bigger the bucket, deeper, the bigger ones get in it.
Got some in that one too, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. They don't call this place the catfish capital of the world for nothing.
No. Got one in this one too. Two in every one. Yep. 2 in that little bitty bucket. So that's 2 buckets of fountain of marsh on my deer stand.
We might be showing these people too much.
End of the line.
Let's see what we end up with here. How much you think you got in that run?
Oh, I don't know, about 15 pounds. Cause this fish are heavy. Big. Got almost 50 pounds in there. £50. Look at that. Caught that in that little can. That big one. You know, keep still. It's bigger than me.
Big old catfish for a little bitty old can.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go run right there. Catch that one and go that way.
That's the last line we gonna run for the day?
Yeah. Hopefully we catch. There are 2 fish in here. 2 fish in that little bucket. What? That's crazy. Big old fish. Dude, ain't no little fish, no. That bucket ain't that big.
That's a gas can?
A gas can. Anything that you can use that a fish will go in. Gas can's good. What I do is I put soap in them, wash them out real good. Make sure they don't smell no more. Then I bring them out here.
And how many catfish you think during this time of year you're gonna catch using this method?
Oh, Lord.
Thousands?
A lot. I'll catch about 2,000 pounds, maybe more.
Jeez.
Yeah. Because this is a cheese puff bucket hooked to a jug. And you can see the fish.
That's a rig right there.
Cheese puffs.
Cheese puffs.
What? I had 2 in that one yesterday too. 2 days in a row. Oh, fish. 2 fish in the bucket. One fish in the bucket. Oh, eggs. Full of eggs.
Not a bad way to spend the evening, huh?
No. Awesome.
Had a nice event with the family. There's a couple more fish there.
About 50.
50 fish so far.
Yeah.
Had us a nice gathering with the family, and followed it up with some time well spent out here, right?
Yeah, buddy. Ain't nothing like coming on the lake when it's this calm, beautiful. It's just a pleasure.
Wouldn't trade this life for the world, huh?
No.
Well, I appreciate you for taking me along with you, showing me your ways.
Oh, good. Anytime. I want to by myself, it's nice, but it's nice to have somebody with you.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Now I'm not sure if running the cans that way is something that's unique to the Zalmans, Louisiana, or is that something that people do all over the place? I tell y'all what, let me know in the comments if y'all have ever seen that done before. I know people go noodling where they put a box down underneath the water and they go in there, reach in there and grab them. I know it's a similar concept. You're providing a hole for them to go in and lay their eggs. But let me know if y'all have ever seen it done like that before, because I haven't seen it done anywhere else other than right here in the Zalmans, Louisiana.
I'm sure the concept can be done anywhere where they got catfish.
Sure.
But this is the only place, and I've been living here all my life. I'm 55 years old. This is the only place I've seen it done.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have known how to do it if it wasn't for my ancestors. My grandpa, my daddy, my uncles, they all did it for a living. All the people around here along this bayou, they all do it. And I know a man that's still out there. He's my uncle. He's 89 years old, I believe. Somewhere close to 90, and he's still doing it. He still comes out here. He can barely walk, but he still fishes cans and lines. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, older folks do this stuff.
Well, I'm glad that I can participate in something like this and bring it to the channel. I like to show you guys different methods to do things. I try not to do the same thing over and over again. Like catfishing, we can go run jug lines all the time, or we can go catch them on fishing pole all the time. But what's better is to show you all the different ways, because there's thousands. I mean, there's just countless different ways that you can catch catfish. And hopefully, as we keep on progressing, we can keep introducing to y'all new methods to catch these catfish. You know, this place right here, the Zalmans, Louisiana, is all about the catfish. I mean, it's been known as the catfish capital of the world. So that's what this place is known for.
The universe.
Catfish capital of the universe.
It got changed.
I love it. I love it. Because
Yeah.
like, people are calling Belzona, Mississippi the catfish capital, but that's all catfish ponds. That don't even count.
Right.
This is out here catching wild catfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's been millions caught out of here.
Millions, yeah.
And there's millions born every year
Yeah.
to replenish it.
I mean, people have sustained livings here for centuries catching catfish. It was a good experience. I appreciate you for having me come along.
Dude, anytime.
If y'all like this video, leave it a thumbs up. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see y'all next time on Falling Tide TV.